they search them and the passenger too. As long as consent is given, they're going to search. So, I mean, that's just the way it works. They're only violating rights if the person doesn't agree to it. If the person disagrees and holds to their Fourth and Fifth Amendment rights, and they violate them, then you are correct. That would be a violation. But if they're allowed to ask all they want, they don't have to have a reasonable suspicion to ask. Right here on YouTube, I don't have that ability. I'm going to have to find a way to pay for some streaming software so that I can get, so I can bring you more information, because I have a lot of it. My auditing skills are there. It's You're right. They do enforce the opinions of politicians on you, Brian, but the cops can't and won't change that. If you want to change that, we the people have to get together and change what the politicians do. That's what we have to do. If you want real change, then unite. Unite all across this country and the world, and let's take the politicians on and change the laws the way we want them. Change all that bullshit. You can't get mad at the cops. They're duty-bound to enforce that. They don't have a choice. That you wouldn't know unless you actually ask the police officer. Just sit back and watch a video and assume a lot. Don't assume too much. A lot of my assumptions have died since I've started doing this, because I found out a lot of what I assumed wasn't true at all. The police agencies in your community, the only thing you can do is unite the people so you can protect the good cops and get rid of the bad ones. The cops can't do everything for you. If you sit back and expect the cops to do it all, then you're an idiot. If you sit back and wait on government to do it all, then you're an idiot. It just means you're ignorant. You don't know nothing yet. What you need to figure out is that the only possible way that true change can and will come is it's given by the Constitution. We, the people, have all the power. The problem is we've been lazy, and we haven't acted like we, the people. We haven't went out and done the things that we need to do. We went to sleep and elected people that we said we thought were going to do it so that we could be lazy and stare at our screens and do absolutely nothing. Now it's time to quit that. Now it's time to stand up and be responsible, we the people. We have to stand up and be responsible citizens that we're supposed to be and take our country back. Nobody's going to give it to you. That's why you don't have it yet. If you want it, then we need to stand up and take it back. Unite if we stand, divide if we fall. Everybody knows. And instead of trying to unite, we're too busy dividing ourselves, arguing over petty little shit. You're female, I'm male, you're black, I'm white, you're green, I'm red. None of that shit makes any difference whatsoever in all the things that plague mankind. Worry about all the unconstitutional, illegal stuff, and we can put racism to the side. Hell, we can argue about that shit some other day. It doesn't matter. Let's all stand together and fight for the things that we know are correct. Let's do that. Let's do that. If you want to make change, let's do that. If you don't want to make change, hell, sit behind your screen and your keyboard and just keep complaining. Doing well, I'm thinking about my auditing of the police has led me to the point where there really isn't much that I can do besides watch them and from the bottom up. If you don't start with a good foundation, then the whole house of cards is going to fall. So, I've followed the cops around, and so far they seem to be doing good, and I'll keep doing that. But what I want to add to it is starting to audit the local government. Then we'll worry about county government. Then we'll head to the state. But all this is going to take time. It's not something that I can do in 2 or 3 videos or 2 or 3 days. So, it's all going to take time. If this is something y'all are interested in, that's what I'm curious about. Do you want to see me do these things? Are you going to follow me along and watch me do these things and help me do that? If you're going to do that, if you're going to watch it and it's going to matter and you're going to learn, you're going to actually watch and learn how to do these things as I show you and teach you how to do it, then that's going to be absolutely awesome. No, y'all batshit crazy. Asked if I had any updates on Trayvon Frazier. No, I do not. I have put out the feelers. I've got nothing back, so nobody wants to talk to me about it. I don't know anybody personally involved, so no, I've not heard anything, and I don't know how to get a hold of them. So until I'm able to hear something, I won't be able to report on that. But as soon as I do have something, you will get the update without having to ask me, I promise.
Okay, so my question is, Terry, how are we supposed to band with you and trust you and everybody unite if you're not willing to tell someone that their rights are being violated? Is that just not ignorant, like you like to say? Well, you're just ignorant. You just don't know anything. Well, I think that's pretty fucking ignorant. That you sit there and say, if they don't know their rights are being violated, then they're not being violated. Wow. Just wow.